The wizard has 14 hours and 26 minutes, so we're gonna do like just about 3 hours today. Y'all can buy food at Target? Yeah, man. You can get just about anything. How many keys do we have? 9 keys. Okay. So my goal, I guess, this episode, if possible, again, is to get a double unity. And keep pushing our gems higher, higher, higher. So we can push that much higher, you know? You're leveling a Crusader in hardcore? I'd recommend the new AoV Satyr, or Roland would be a good option. Let's just start off with some key farm here. I might want to look into getting... a Aether Walker eventually too. I've been putting that off because I have the Echoing Fury. I think we got a Crush Bane on our 70 primal, I believe. Yeah, if you guys are on Twitch right now, I upload these episodes to YouTube, and it's like 3-hour episodes roughly. It ends up being like 6 hours a week, give or take, 5.5 to 6 hours a week. So you can play along. It's like a non-meta hardcore. I film them on Hump Day and Saturdays. Wednesday, Saturday, random times, depending on what my group's doing. You're gonna take a bath? Okay. Alright. Yeah, what's up YouTube? You guys are all famous. I think last episode I thought I was hitting a 700 Paragon. Boy, was I wrong. The difference between playing solo and a group is like crazy. I was like, I should hit 700. We didn't even hit 6. I should hit 7. We should be good. Yeah, no problem. Also the build too, like we're using off-meta builds, like Archon might be a little bit faster to, yeah, for everything. Whoa. I've been adding my hardcore primals to my softcore primals. I got 2 on this character. So on softcore I only got 48 technically. Yeah, I've been keeping 1 total this season. I don't know if it's better or not. We're as famous as blood now. Yes, you are, man. Chat carries the stream, honestly. Chat carries. I'm just like the I'm like the host, man. Who's a famous host? I'm like Steve Harvey, Joe Rogan, and like Joe Rogan, dude. You guys are a fear factor. Chat factor. You've been getting the absolute garbage primals all season. I have 2 Whirlwind primals. I have a Crusader Bracer primal, and for my Necromancer I have Swamplands. They're not the best, but they're pretty good. So I'm wearing 4 out of 50 currently. 4 out of 50. It's a pretty low ratio, but maybe higher than some people. You know? This is a long run here. Watch it. Easy. What do we push last time? 81? Okay. Damn, can we get to 90 today? That'd be cool. Do 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 do. That'd be pretty dope. I think I also haven't done the challenge drift either for the week, so that's something that we could do for progress. I think it's a EB wizard. Yeah, we could do that as well. Get some more rerolls, some more materials, bounty materials. 380, 600 Paragon, easy. I got a Haunt of Vaxo and a Deathwatch mantle. Yeah, those are pretty bad. Rip for your RNG. Never forget. I think there's an elite up there, but we're just gonna go. We gotta keep efficiency as high as possible. Max efficiency, max chillness. So eight out of each. 2 monster hunters for you. That's pretty triggering, man, when you get the same primal. Ooh, look at that. Double crit arcane, huh? I don't think I'll ever need it, but it's too good not to hoard, right? Yeah, it's too good not to hoard, man. If it was ancient, it might be, I might wear it. Yeah, I probably would wear it if it was ancient. Let's do a GR. Perfect. Wow, scary. Ghost and lashers at the door. You're wearing 14 out of 46 primals? How do you even equip 14 items? Crazy, dude. Teach us. Just do it, blood. Teach me the way. Look at this clear. You gotta love open maps. Follower? Does that count as a good primal if your follower wears it? I don't know. I would say no. I would say no, it doesn't count. But I wouldn't mind it, but I don't know if it counts as like a good one. I feel like you have to wear it for like your main build. I don't even think like speed builds would count. Oh my god, I dropped shield. Okay. I thought I had shield still. Ree! I don't even think speed builds really count either, honestly. You have 8 primals for Sun Wukong and 6 for Lod? You have 8 primals for Sun Wukong? Yo, Key's probably jealous, man. What the actual hell, bro? Can you whisper me? Can I look at your character? Are you on console or PC? You have 7? GGLMA has... Oh, you're on EU? You have 7 for Whirlwind? Man, you guys got the lottery this season. You have a Rogan Slander primal set? That's pretty sexy though. That's dope, dude. That's a pretty sexy, what, like a weapon set or primals? 30%? Almost easy clapped it. But we didn't. Might as well be primal. You think I'll ever get 2 unities? Let's go to the challenger really quick. Let's go do that really quick. Oh, we gotta close it. Boom. Benito, boom crash. Thank you for the sub, dude. Appreciate that. Challenge Rift, wizard. It's an EB wizard, so I'm assuming you just number lock everything. Or just push buttons. Look at it really quick. Chain reaction. Wormhole. Wait, no calamity? What is this? There's only 2 elements? Wait, what? What kind of forehead made this bell, dude? Okay. I'm just gonna teleport and keep up my 2 elements, I guess. Yo, Blizz. Why are you trolling us? We keep up F and R. Okay, maybe I'll keep up F and R then. We'll focus more on that. We'll keep up F and R and teleport. All right. Yikes. Here we go. My first time doing the challenge rift this week. Let's see what the world has in store for our little half Talrasha. It's kind of funny. Like I always want I kind of always want them to be bad, you know? Because they've been bad for so long. It's like a part of the culture now. It's like a meme. But sometimes it's like really like, people play this way, man. Do people not use 4 elements? Like, do people not read the set where it says use 4 different elements? They're just like, nah, I'm good. I did read it, but I'm good, blood. I prefer 2. 4 is too sweaty. Here we go. Yeah, I saw that, but nah. 4 is too. What am I? MLG player over here? What is this? Why do you have rend on your bar? True, true. I think Diamond Skin gives you like 40 to 60% damage reduction or something. I'm gonna go grab this. How far back is this pylon though? Like all they would have to do is switch the rune to Calamity and then boom, you have another one. You're already using teleport. And it wouldn't really even be that much effort. I guess I should be using the wormhole effect more also, like that. Like almost no effort. Like no, you gotta utilize the jumps, blood, like that. Yeah, yeah. You make the goblin sound way too little. I should turn it up more, you think? Did you do it? No? Yee. I should turn it up more. I feel like it works. People say all the time that they think that it's like a real, like it's in their game or in their greater rift. Yee. What's your take on skill cooldowns for Diablo 4? A lot of people really dislike cooldowns. I wouldn't care if they went to a full spender-based system. I don't really have an issue with it, but maybe I don't realize that it's a bad thing. I don't really see the difference between having reduced resource cost or cooldown reduction because it does the same thing. Yay, we did the challenge rift. Did we get on the leaderboard? It's 200 on the first try, bro? Easy clap. I don't really think it's a big deal. As long as everything is balanced. I think in D3, the cooldown abilities are too strong, so maybe it gives people gives it a bad rap, right? I know that 2 out of 4 elements is so cringe. I don't particularly like the spender generator mechanic either, but you know, I don't like hate it, I guess. I think cooldown is a resource in itself, and then resource is a resource. So whatever you're using, it's costing something, you know, in a way. Like time is a valuable resource. Whoa! So cute. Do do do. What's up? Dang clouds, man. Up in the clouds. Me and my chat. I think generated spending is pointless. I think the idea of a generator is to be able to attack with... always, in case you're out of something. And then the secondary effect would be to make the spenders more meaningful because you're using weak attacks, right? It's like in boxing, right? You do like a jab, and then you do a haymaker or an uppercut. I think I understand the thought process. I just don't think it's interesting enough to build a whole game around it. Look at me standing in explosions. Like I play a softcore the last few days. I get bad tendencies. I just feel like all the generators could be changed with actual abilities that we could build around, you know? Like if Bone Spikes was a spender, like if you take all the Necromancer generators and make them spenders, then you have strong things to build around. Then you have 3 more builds. Like you can make like a crazy Bone Spike build. Maybe they need a generator set, and then, you know, and then Bone Spikes could be more interesting, and so forth. You can have one button that is auto attack, like in Lost Ark. When you don't have anything, there's just a general auto attack button. I'm pretty sure that's how it was working. Like Wizard just could have a basic attack. Shoots out little pew-pews. You know? Maybe every class, yeah, like that's what your left click is always just a basic attack. You don't have to call it a generator. It doesn't have to generate anything. It could just be a basic attack. I think we need to force another one, spending generation by consuming. I mean, multipliers aren't needed if the game from the ground up just has interesting things, yeah. You don't really need multipliers. You could just do like, you know, Like 3 fireballs does the same damage per minute that turning your 3 fireballs into 1 giant fireball kind of thing. You can just do the math on it and make sure the DPS is roughly the same. Or like whatever, however you augment the abilities. Your fireball has a chance to summon a fire hydra, and then that hydra DPS per second based on the procs is roughly the same damage as a triple fireball or a big fireball, and then but they're used in different scenarios, whether it's like one's better for AoE, one's like a pet build, you know. Multiplier is like a quick fix, right? Like if they want to make a boomerang build and then they're like, okay, let's just put boomerang damage on it. That's kind of how D3 is currently. Like they can just make whatever they want. Ow. I guess the talent tree to a certain extent is like a multiplier because the talent trees could have like fire damage or pet damage, and then that buffs like the pet hydra version. So there'll always be some form of a multiplier, whether it's in the talent trees or legendaries. Dude, we're full out here. Later, Gator. I got a hamburger Whoa, I got a hamburger transmog from the regular Rift. It makes me think, can I get a... Did I close it? Wow. It makes me think, can I get a Spectrum here? What was it from, chat? Like a present? I went back to go see. Oh, the pinata. The pinata has a low chance. Okay. If you can get the Spectrum from that, I definitely would pay attention when I get these maps, especially like early season when we don't have it. Yeah, I saw the hamburger. I was like, wait a minute. What if the hamburger rolls ancient and it's best in slot? I'm gonna check the second level just in case, just for science to see.
Woo.
Sly was here. Thank you for the 6 months, man. Appreciate that. Presents don't drop anything, really. Happy little clouds. More presents. Okay. It must have been from the pinata. Pinata. Why can't I say it? Pinata. Pot of gold. Alright. You just got a primal Rothma helm, really? Oh my god. Let's see what we get. None of this stuff I really care about particularly. The hamburger was not ancient, sadly. Yeah, Sly with the 6 months, Benito with the prime time. Thank you guys for the subs. And another Blackthorn ancient. The one thing. There should be a stamina bar for the evade. I think they should expand legendaries into the evade mechanic. Like every time you evade, it does something. I pretty much like the evade mechanic. I like that you can't just abuse it. Also, it's kind of balanced. We're rolling for offhand still, I think. I never claimed my challenge rift bag. Oh yeah, what are we at? Okay. I left like 4 re-rolls or so. That'd be a good topic also, the evade mechanic. Please? Oh my god, 326. 326, dude. I take a 326 or wow, I got 3 of them. We're on fire with the triumvirate. Or do we go with the ancient? 70, 80% multiplier. 74% multiplier. I'm gonna upgrade a Aether Walker and try to get lucky. I think it's time we go full. I think it's time we go full Frozen Orb here. Damn, that sucks. How many Starfires have I gotten this playthrough? Come on, Blizz. Come on, man. Really? Yeah, thanks. Thanks, dude. Yep. Appreciate that. I only have 1 more DB anyway. We only have 1 for 1 more upgrade. Aether Walker, damn it. Okay. I'm gonna sit on these 2 items and think about it. I'm pretty happy with my damage right now. The only difference I get is about 288% damage. I think the 80% multiplier on my signature spell would be different. It stacks 3 times too, so that's 80 times 3. So yeah, this triumvirate's gonna be a pain to get, but yeah, I think it's gonna be better to have a max level one. I could potentially put the triumvirate in the cube and then wear an unstable scepter also if I get one. Maybe. And then use something else like a cosmic strand for movement. But let's keep blasting here. Yeah, this might be something I just don't wear. That's ancient. Because it might take a lot of resources to get there and I'm only playing solo. Back up, demon. Hey Blood, do you have a current Z-Monk guide? It should be on my page. Exclamation mark build. Exclamation mark Z-Monk. Key Monk. Exclamation mark Key Monk. Yo, Zaydad, thank you so much for the sub, dude. Welcome to the family. Doing some hardcore SSF here. Happy to have you, chat. If you have different tier scrolls, it'll make you think twice about identifying a legendary with the basic scroll. Dun, dun. Oh, watch these shock towers, dude. Once I get 1 Aether Walker, then I can do a few rerolls with the bounty materials. Or I could reroll the Triumvirate also. Come on, Unity. Different scrolls increase your chances of identifying higher rolls on items. That'd be kind of an interesting skill. I mean, I kind of like it. I don't know if Blizzard would ever do it though. That seems like some in-depth ARPG. That's like leveling up your speech or something. Like the more you identify items, the more you level up your skill throughout the season. And the higher the skill, the more you play. It's almost like a magic find. It's almost like a magic find increase to your Paragon. That would be like getting magic find on your Paragon, basically. Kind of. I don't know if they would do that. But it does have a lot of, it does feel kind of cool to level up your skill that way. Like the more Paragon you have, the higher chances you have to get on rolls. Why do when I use Land of the Dead in Simulacrum, my health goes down? Simulacrum damages your health. So if you use like Cannibalize or something, you should replenish your health. Or if you have something that, yeah. There's a passive, there's all kinds of ways to get your health back when you consume corpses. Use a resource to identify items to make it more valuable. I'd be down for more systems, more in-depth, and yeah, I mean, I like all that kind of stuff. I want things to do. Somebody asked me earlier today about what I think about D4 and what's my main concern, and my main concern is just things to do at the end game. Like what's gonna keep me playing like multiple months. Like a 3-month season, like why am I gonna play for 3 months kind of thing. 30%, 1%. Let's level up Stricken. Powerful might be nice to get a little bit higher too. We get more time on it. Just farm main stat, forehead. 601 boys. $300 spear, huh? Sunkeeper has elite damage. This might be nice. Maybe you have to do bounties to identify higher tier items. Maybe. What kind of system would you guys like to see in D4? For me, it's all about gameplay and activities. Obviously, in-depth character building is nice, but like that's like the bare minimum I'd want is like stuff to do and stuff to farm and reason to do why I'm doing it. Whoa. Like if there was no leaderboards right now, like why would I would just be doing this just for no, like, yeah. There'd be no reason. It'd be like whatever I think is good, like 100, I guess, or I don't know. Alright, there would be like almost no reason to push your character, like a scaling greater rift system or something. Character appearance customization, not just clothes. They adding some cool stuff. They're adding like a decent level of customization, more than they have with any other Diablo game. It might not be perfect, but do. Catch this. I need to check your comments. I read all the comments eventually. Like I go through like every few days and comb through them. Eventually I get to them. Like before I do like a podcast, I'll go through and comb through the previous weeks. I get like feedback all day through YouTube and through Twitch. So I get like just crazy amounts of feedback and ideas. I'd say there's maybe more ideas on a Twitch stream than like on the forums, you know, because most people don't take the time to post like a lengthy, but on Twitch it's just like a brainstorm constantly, you know? For your D4 video, that's what you focused on? Next week's topic, I don't know what it's gonna be. I might do PvP or I might just do pick a class. I'm not sure. Dang, double crit lightning tell Rasha. Could be just about anything. I have to decide by tomorrow, so I'm gonna film the video tomorrow night. This video will post on Thursday, and then Friday's video should be like the D4 video, and then the podcast will be next week. I have a relaxing voice, do I? Good. It's better than having an annoying voice. If I'm not rolling for offhands, what am I rolling for? Leoric's Crown. Frosties. Leoric's Crown. Oh, so close. What does this thing do? It has crit. I can put Arcane Orb crit, and it has max arcane power. And it has Electrocute. I can use Electrocute as my generator. It's mostly a side grade though. It'll take resources to reroll. I might just leave it in my bank for now. Like even though it is better, it's just like the resources it'll take. I'm kind of struggle bus on DBs. I wish you could do a daily Diablo 4 thoughts and feedback video. Just daily? Yeah, just daily, huh? I think a lot of the good stuff comes from the community too, or like, I'm more of like a brainstorm. I like to just talk about stuff than to spend like forever and, you know, think about every aspect of how I feel. I like to just spit it out. Like bar talk with blood, you know? That's kind of like what my stream is, and that's kind of what my YouTube channel is. When I'm doing guides, it's obviously I tested it and all that. But like when I do theory videos, like I just be talking. I'll have like a bullet points that I want to get to, and then I just kind of freestyle it. That's how I've always done it. That's why sometimes maybe it comes off like I don't know. I don't know how it comes off, but yeah, there's no script or anything. I should have a guest. Yeah, a lot of people want me to have guests on the podcast. Yeah. Whoa. I feel like I do better by myself, but maybe they'll be like the perfect guest with the perfect synergy. Originally, I made a podcast to catch up with my community. Like, if you just didn't watch me streaming all week, like if you just somehow missed me all week, right? And then you can kind of see what I was doing. That's why sometimes I'll talk about what's going on with me in the game or whatever. And then what's going on in the community. Like if you missed a week of Diablo, you can watch the podcast or listen to the podcast and catch up. That was the original reason for it, but doesn't mean it always has to be that way. You know? You can pretty much stay caught up. I stay caught up with a lot of other news that way by watching YouTubers. Because I can't always stay up on every game's news and all that. Oh, shield pylon, nice. Ricard'd be a really nice guest. And I feel like he would be a good balance. Yeah, he'd be pretty solid. Rekka would have a nice voice for sure. 100%. Add some nice sensual to the podcast. Yeah. Captain Crimson drop from any bounty cache? Yeah, any bounty cache. Welcome to the Blood Heart Podcast. Me and Riker should make an ASMR channel. Yeah. True. Get him. Shield is down, so we have to be a little bit careful. Corpse Lance on hardcore is a bit scary when you get no mobs. Yeah, Corpse Lance in general is like... I wish I had gameplay to show you. I played Corpse Lance on hardcore a few times. It's kind of... You have survivability. It's just like I use Blood Rush to go through enemies to get like a lot of that survivability basically. Twitch Prime. We got no rings. No Aether Walker. But we got XP. This could be a St. Archu's Ancient or something. Seasons last 3 months. We typically get the PTR around the 2nd month mark. So it's been about 1 month so far. 25 days, less than a month still, yeah. The PTR is going to be longer than it has been. So we could start at the 2-month mark and go to the 3-month mark, or we can start at the 1.5 mark and go to the 2-ish. So it just depends on what. So we should get the PTR in January. My guess would be sometime in January. If that makes sense. Ten keys. They should keep the PTR always online. Wow. Scary, dude. All these beams. Hmm. How are you live? Okay. The PTR should always be up. Maybe that would help me a lot with like making starter builds and testing stuff. I wouldn't have to burn my whole materials all the time. Definitely help content creators, or if you test your own builds, you know. Do you think bounties will make their way into D4? How do you feel about it? I think the idea of world quests are good to a certain extent. They just get like work. They become work at some point. You know? Like in World of Warcraft, what's the cap? Like 30? Or how many world? There's probably like hundreds of world quests. I don't know. It just becomes toxic at some point. You know? So like maybe your first 5 world quests a day, you get some kind of bonus material. I think everything is good in moderation. Like world bosses once a day, 5 bounties. There's like 100 up. Yeah, it's just toxic, man. Like in Diablo, you can run them infinitely. And you need them tremendously for endgame. I think you just need to like control that kind of stuff. Like you can only claim a certain amount per day or per week. Like maybe somebody only has 1 day off a week. So then you say, okay, you can only claim the bonuses of like emissary caches in WoW are limited, right? Like 3 a week or 3 every 5 days or something. So if you had them like emissary, then somebody can do them all on their day off. Or if somebody wants to play an hour a day, they can work on it. Like things like that, I think they should just be monitored and balanced. And then it's like not that big a deal. How do I feel about bounties in D4? As long as it wasn't so long or so powerful, just like a tool that helps us gear out and makes it interesting, then. They said the cube is coming back, but we don't know to what capacity or what kind of. Like, they said the cube is coming, but we don't know exactly what that means. Is it going to be completely different than D2 or D3 or like, what does it mean? Like, what can you do with it? You know, we don't know everything yet. You can make it super, like you'd have like, okay, when you can only get charms through the caches, right? The weekly caches, and then every week we're trying to grind, or maybe you can get some bonus chances during the caches or something. Or crafting materials for charms. And it makes everything valuable, and then there's like a currency for each piece. What build is this? This is a Lawn Frozen Ore build. It's an off-meta build, just playing it for fun. I play this character like 6 hours a week. You think they would progress D4 like they did in D3 without Paragon and adding it later? No, it's gonna launch with Paragon from what they told us. Yeah, it's launching with Paragon. Uh-oh. The pet? Yeah, the pet is from the Darkening of Tristram event. When it first came out, like 3 years ago now. You can't get it anymore, but it was tied to like the BlizzCon virtual ticket. It was that year. So it wasn't tied to the event, actually. It was just the year that it came out. It was a BlizzCon pet. Miku says, are they capping Paragon? They don't know if they're gonna cap Paragon yet. Every time I ask them at BlizzCon, they were like basically finding ways to defend not capping Paragon, which makes me think that they're not capping Paragon. But it's in pre-alpha and they publicly said they haven't decided yet. Yeah, they publicly said that they haven't figured it. They're still kicking around different ideas. To them, it's a slider and they can adjust basically how much we get. There's games where, like, when you get to a certain point, it's almost impossible to go to the next level, but you're still getting progress. So, in my mind, that's what they think is the best. In my mind, that's what they want to do. Because they keep basically saying it without saying it. Which, it's not the worst system, I just would like a cap. That's all. So like if we go to Paragon 800 super quick, and then to go from 800 to 1000, they can adjust the slider so it takes like, it would take like 2-3 months to get to just barely 1000. Yeah, they basically keep admitting that they're not gonna cap it without saying it. But maybe they're just trying to get us on board with. Maybe they're trying to get us to understand, to see their point of view. Yeah. I like having caps, man. I think it gives us another goal, you know? There's one thing I noticed that we don't have in D4 Endgame, and that's goals, so having a cap per character I think would be a great goal. You know? Ow. It just has a negative connotation from D3. The fact that they even keep it is like pretty mind-blowing. Some of the decision making was pretty mind-blowing to me. Like the fact that they even used attack and defense after Diablo Immortal was like probably one of the biggest disasters ever. To even think that you would do anything that would remind people of that is pretty crazy. I would have just called it like weapon damage or something. Yeah, I would have called it weapon damage, and then just change it to attack later or something. And you know, I feel like people really hate Paragon. I know like most streamers, creators hate it, and a lot of people in chat hate it. Definitely most. Oh. If I kept it, I would just add transmogs to it, you know? And I'd still cap it, but I'd put like just like seasonal transmogs to it, so you have to grind to get. And even that just feels like work, because then, like, you know. I guess you could do like non-damage, like pickup radius. Pickup radius, gold find or something. Magic find's kind of on the cusp of being broken, because the more legendaries you find, by the more you play, the rich get richer. If you make Paragon per character, it also gives you more identity for that character. Like I leveled up a frozen orb whiz, and I went down the frozen orb tree. You know, that's why I like the D2 challenge tree so much, because it's like you go down that path and then you become that. As more like flavor. I don't like magic find on my gear, honestly. I would prefer to have it like on a separate thing. But I'm all for more stats. Like I like all stats, so it's better than having it than not having it. Kind of. Maybe as a secondary, you can get Magic Find, Pickup Radius, or... Nah, it'd be too strong. It's a slippery slope with Magic Find, because it's like so powerful, you know? Or maybe like one piece of gear can only roll Magic Find, like a necklace or something. Or your charms, like your charms can only have it, and then you can stack all your charms. Your build can be your build, and then your charm bag can be like extra, if you want extra cooldown or extra Magic Find or Gold Find or whatever. Another Starfire. If it's ancient, I'm uninstalling this character. Okay, good. Woo, saved. Perfectly saved, chat. I have Frosties over Nems in the cube. That's probably a mistake. Paragon account wide is nice, but when you're testing late game, you feel like it'd be better. A potion increase? I think the potions should be more interesting also. I think they should be like expanded potions, like D3 potions, but almost like a flask system, but not like halfway between PoE and Diablo 3. The current system's pretty trashed here. Like it's just like normal. You just grab them and, or like maybe you can get specialty potions. What else? I think we're going for, what do we decide? Oh, Leoric's Crown. Ancient. Craftable? That would just give us more stuff to do, you know? That would just give us more stuff to do, chat. I really like that. They changed it in Torchlight. So Torchlight has like greater rifts, right? Or regular rifts. And there was like a time limit, I believe, and this one type of game mode. And you could only use, you couldn't go back to town. So there wasn't a time limit, but you couldn't go back to town without resetting the whole dungeon. So you could only use what you brought. And once you ran out of potions, you would fail. So I thought that was a cool balance to where it didn't make me just run out in the middle of mobs. You remember that? It was so awesome, dude. And then they changed it. I thought it was a design implementation. So like, let's say you have a potion with 10 charges and you have to complete the dungeon. What it did to my gameplay was it made me respect the content so much on softcore, because I was like, damn, I can't just, you know, act like an idiot, because once I'm out of potions, I can't heal myself on the boss or anything, so. But there was just a bug, and I was so upset, because I thought it was so interesting. It was almost like a way to play punishing, it was like almost like a punishing method for softcore. Yeah, those bosses were kind of cancer. Some of them were overtuned. So if it was like a charge system per run, I thought that'd be a nice way to make it challenging and make you respect everything. Because otherwise it's just a war of attrition. Like eventually you're gonna just plow through it. There's no timer in Keystones for D4. So you literally can just try infinitely. There's really no repercussions. So that kind of system would be nice. Some kind of potion limit. You can't go back to town, maybe. And then you have to like only pick up the stuff you really want. I don't know. They're taking away timers, so there has to be some kind of thing. Like an XP loss on softcore? Yeah, I mean, I'd be down for more punishing gameplay. I don't know if it would work with the masses, but I think a lot of us would be like that, play a lot of Diablo, like I can't speak for the whole community, but I think we want to be connected to the game and respect, like we want it to be scary, right? To be scary, we have to respect the content. There needs to be things in place for us to respect the content. Like we want it to be like, oh crap. Since it's not like that in D3, I found other ways to have fun, like min-maxing my efficiency and all that stuff. Like I just turned into a different game that I learned to love also. But I'd prefer it to be like slower and more terrifying and more tactical. Remember de-leveling in Final Fantasy 11? That was like the saddest thing, dude. You guys play that game? The MMO? Losing a level? That was like the saddest thing, dude. The D-level sound. I mean, you could balance it out so however like if it takes like, how much time do you think it's worth if you die? Like, how much time is a punishing amount of time to lose if you die? Like an hour? An hour is hella punishing. In an hour I can get like, how much Paragon? Depends on the level though. You lose an hour worth of XP, is that too much? I'd be pretty demotivated if it took me an hour to get 10 Paragon and then I lost all 10 Paragon in a greater rift. That's like 25 rat runs. Dude, if I just erased 25 runs, oh, that would hurt so bad. Maybe 30 minutes is better. Imagine you get home from work, you play, and then you disconnect and you lose 10% of your, and then you're just like so triggered, you know? Yeah. I don't think they'd ever add it in D3, but I'd be down for it. Especially like as an entertainer, like that kind of stuff is painful and entertaining. It's like dying in hardcore, it's like bittersweet. The more you die, the more it stacks. You get 1 free death a day. The first time you die, you lose 1% of the day within 24 hours, and the second time it's 5 and then 10. Maybe, because then the person who gets off work, they fire up Diablo, and then the server lags or their internet cuts out, they die, lose 10% progress, and now just by logging in, they lost 10% of yesterday's work. You gotta think of the working man. That's probably pretty tough. You're like, okay, why am I playing? So yeah, maybe like you get 1 free death a day. The rest is you know, you got to pay for it. I don't know. But then maybe that'd make you scared to even play after you got procced the first day. I don't know. You play to get better. Well, I mean, if it's not your fault, I guess. If they have disconnect protection or something. Oh, maybe you pay for it, like a gold sync? You pay to have like a non-XP loss death token? That's kind of smart. That's like you use a currency, it eats your currency or something. And then that way you don't even have to use it if you don't want to. Some kind of currency to give you like you get like a buff. You go to the priest and he buffs you, and then there's like a holy thing. You have like a little holy icon that if you die, you don't lose any XP. Pay to win? No, gold with your own in-game currency. What's up, Takedown? How you doing, man? I would rather have that mechanic. That way you have the option to do it or not to do it. Let's go for, what are we rolling? Why do I keep forgetting? Leoric's Crowns. I think it's more interesting to do it beforehand. That way you're gambling. Damn, am I gonna die or do I risk it? Do I go get the buff or do I not get the buff? And then there's times when you get the buff and you never use it, you know? And then you're like, damn. I think it's more interesting to get it beforehand. Then it's like a decision. But if you just afterward, you go pay to get your XP back, it's like a walk of shame too, I guess. Oh no, I just got proc. Oh no. Oh no. Mama's calling. Yeah, Mama's calling, dude. Yeah, I'm playing on hardcore. Do I leave? I have full. Sneaky, sneaky, what's around the corner? Just don't die for it. I was getting a little reckless. I have like a million shield right now. It should be okay. I'm on edge, dude. I'm on edge. That'd be a good topic for the podcast. Should softcore deaths be punishing? Do we like the punish mechanic? I think you should only be able to prevent XP loss, not gain back. Yeah, I agree. Like beforehand, I think that's way more interesting. It's like, you know, insurance or something. Like you don't get insurance after you get in a car accident, right? You're like, kind of. Have you ever been a part? I haven't done any. I've turned down every podcast offer I've ever gotten. I just usually hella busy. But there are times I could probably fit it. And yeah, like respectfully decline. I always support everyone in the community. I want to do it. But like I'm like a single parent, you know, do YouTube full time, Twitch full time, and then try to balance out social life and the gym, like my own mental health. XP loss charms. That could work. It could be something you just build into your kit. I prefer like you go and you get like a blessing from like a cleric or a priest, and then it's like an XP loss buff, and then once you die it goes away, then you have to buy another one or something. And there could be different buffs like that, and that could be like a gold sync. What kind of like another like a blessing? Like imagine you have to pick between 1% magic find or XP loss, you know? Or gold find, you know what I mean? You're like, damn. There's like a decision there, right? The death penalty might be a good thing, making some consumables like regain half of your penalty from your last death. Yeah, true, true. I have a book of buffs. Do. It kind of fits with Diablo too, like, I don't know, some kind of like priest, Zakarum. Sort of thematic. I mean, you can get blessings already in the game, right? So D1, D2, and D3, there was like blessings, right, from the priests? Even though it doesn't do anything for D3. Whoa. I'm gonna need some more blessings, man. D4 is gonna bring a lot of religion with Lilith. Yeah. True. I guess you could pay for like a 1% to anything, and then it just creates like a currency. I've been saying for the longest time, it'd be cool to empower regular rifts, and then that would just make... Gold's already pretty valuable these days. But if you can like empower regular rifts also, and then get like, I don't know, like extra something, even if it's like a 1% only. It doesn't even have to have a number. It could just be like increased some, you know what I mean? And then double keys or something. Yeah, then all of a sudden gold is like even more valuable than it's already becoming. What's up, Demon Rails? We're just chilling, talking D4, playing some D3 hardcore. Trying not to die here. I really want double unity. Worst case scenario, I'm gonna push a personal best this episode. I'll make it spicy. No matter what. Whoop, swoop, 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 swoop. I don't even think we have one unity, so... Or if I get an Aether Walker, I might re-roll it with my bounty materials. Make it gain like X% magic find, but if you die, you lose XP for 15 minutes. Oh, like a, okay, like a trade-off mechanic thing. Like you do 10% more damage, but you take 10% more damage. You gain magic find, but if you die, you lose 15% XP. Yeah, I'm down for that kind of stuff. Everyone's gonna be in the Lilith cult. Yeah, Team Lilith. What about professions? Where can we sign up to learn one per character that make trading useful? True. Kinda true. I mean, if you can make alts, but yeah. Using XP for something else, like make the boss harder if you die. One of your items, yeah, you have equipped broke and you have to go pay. Yeah? I could see like you could make almost any kind of currency valuable. Like we were saying with Ramalandi gifts in Diablo, like if 5 gifts allow you to re-roll an item but keep the ancient or primal property, now it's like gifts are so valuable past like the first few days, you know? Now it's like, oh damn. And it's not like a guarantee you'll get something good for it either. Whatever number, 5 or 10 or whatever is balanced, you know? What if you could pay 1,000 blood shards to revive your character in hardcore? For like, I don't know. Not a day, but like, I don't know, like an hour or something. And then you don't have to carry cheat death. That'd be so much more punishing than it is now. Like you remove all cheat deaths from the game, but you can pay 1,000 blood shards and you'll be revived for like an hour. Something like that. Or the next time you die. No, that's kind of, 1,000's cheap for the day. Yo, take it easy, man. Then you just be working to use it. It's probably not the good idea, but maybe in the right direction of trade-off mechanics in everything. Just the idea of decision making with every aspect of D4. Like thinking about what you're doing and if it's the best thing versus just auto-clicking it. World boss, world stone. Yeah, world stone shards from world bosses. You can use that for crafting. Yeah, if like world bosses drop something and then the bounties, if they're like some kind of bounty system, limited where they drop something, a weekly cap or a daily cap. You know? It makes everything valuable, right? Like world bosses drop charm crafting components. And then bounties drop crafting components for something else. I don't know all the systems that we're gonna get. And then every activity has a chance to drop those legendary consumable powers that they talk about, like in the endgame. Like Xur, like a hidden merchants and stuff. Where's Xur this week? Where's he at? Where's he at? Ring, ring, ring. Aw, ring, ring. Aw. 3 rings, dude. Feels bad. 3 rings, no unity. Just an idea? It's a good idea. I mean, Destiny, like they just put Xur in a random place and people have to make YouTube videos so we can find them every week. Or you have to check, you know, you check all the spots. I wouldn't mind stuff like that. Frayden, thank you for the prime time sub. Appreciate that. I wouldn't mind that, chat. And then it just increases community interaction because you'd be asking chat, like, yo, chat. Yo, chat. Where is Xur this week? Where's a wort vendor this week? Or today? He's making postcards everywhere he goes. Where the hell's Deckard Cain? Yeah. Yeah, where's he at, man? It kind of sounds like we're making the game harder, but it adds more flavor. Like, what if Kadala spawned randomly per day, different areas? It wouldn't work in D3, but then you can only roll like certain things. Destiny has different uniques, right? Or maybe you could buy a unique once a week and it was random. Maybe, or like she has like, I don't know. You could do something crazy that is balanced. For certain classes. He's reading lore, yeah. Like, I don't know, like... What if she had a weekly mythic or something? That's like one of the hardest items to get in the game. But you had to buy it with random stuff. Or maybe world boss shard currency. Something like that. Some kind of currency that, the black market currency that you could buy, like, if you had random legendaries or like a random mythic or a random consumable cube that are hard to get. Like if you just can't get the one, you just can't get the one you want. But that's what trading's for in a way. It's just little things like that. Like Destiny literally has one vendor, right? I think that's the only unique vendor that does that, and it just adds a little bit of flavor. Just one little bit. It might completely, like if you can get like a mythic or something from, it's kind of like free gear though, but if you can get something early, that's like almost like a challenge rift cache, you know? And then it would like augment your playstyle. Especially if it was random for everyone. It'd almost be like, damn, do I have to build this way now? You know, it kind of changes everything. I like the idea of a secret vendor, but it has to be super, super balanced, you know? Cube recipes? Maybe she has patterns then. That might be better than just getting gear all the time and getting power. Maybe she has like rare recipes every day and you have to be on the right day to get the recipe. A specific one. Or keystones, like a rare keystone that you can't get from anywhere else. Do, 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 do. I think the idea of daily quests are good as long as they're capped out and it's not like you're running them for 4 or 5 hours. I think Diablo 3 might not do it right, and I think WoW doesn't do it right. Like it's just too much, you know? They're too strong, it's too much. But like, you know, WoW has like the emissary caches, you can only do like a few every few days. Like something like an emissary. I think an emissary would be better, like if it was balanced that way. Oh my god, we got a unstable. If this is ancient and close to max, ooh-wee. We'll see. Maybe they have. You have to make a whole nother tier of items. Yeah, maybe she has like a crappy version of like a makeshift mythic. And then, so it's not like getting endgame gear, it's like getting a small version of it so you can play your build or something. Damn, no ancient, feels bad. Makeshift mythic. Damn, 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 damn. I could re-roll it though. It's true. If I wanted to, chat. You got primal blackthorns? That sucks, dude. Sorry to hear that. Been there. Been there many times. A bit off topic. Can stone gauntlets drop for all classes? Technically, yes, but it's super duper rare. I'd go to Barb and Satyr and just upgrade gloves. You'll get them really quick. You can make a level 1 and upgrade. Technically, yeah, but it's like getting a Yang's recurve on a barbarian. It's possible, but it takes it's really hard to get, you know? It's like getting swamplands on a barbarian. It's possible, but not likely. You feel me? You got 2 Yangs on barb? Yeah. So Rekka's gotten 2 Yangs on a barb, but you've probably gotten how many stone gauntlets? Like 1,000. So it's possible it's just like 2 swampies. Yeah. You just have to you have to be speed farming for hundreds of hours. Yeah, so. I got one today too. Like, it's possible, right? It's not the most effective way to farm it. Let's put it that way. I missed an orb, rip. Rip, blood. Pay attention. I want to improve my gear so I could do some pushes here. Maybe she rotates item to where they add more towards PvP, PvE, or world bosses. Yeah, true. Like, once the game has its like core gameplay loop set up, you can see what we need, you know? Like, once we know like okay, like this is how it's gonna go, this is how we're gearing, this is how crafting, then we know what we can add to make it more valuable and balanced. Like, we don't know what they're gonna add technically, you know, what it all entails. So we're just kind of speculating. It's fun to speculate. But it's like, I don't really know how the like, is crafting gonna be like in depth? A baby Yoda vendor? Yeah, that'd be so cute. I really want charms, dude. A charm bag, like, it would be so cool. I just want stuff to do, man. I want stuff to farm, stuff to do, and then a reason why I'm doing it. It's super easy to make blood happy. Super duper easy. And then if we're, you know, and then after that, yeah, I want like more depth with everything. And then like depth and flavor. Yo, yo, yo. Hello from the gym. Yo, man, get it, boy. Get that workout. Hello from my chair where I'm munching crumpets and drinking tea. Hog. Oh. Amulet belt. Okay, okay, game. Not gonna give me an inch, huh? Demon fingers. I managed to nibble on some prawn toast while we were playing earlier. Oh yeah. Charm bags add buffs to your charms. That'd be interesting. Toad slime, thank you for the prime time. I think all that, like, so it sounds like all the stuff we're adding is power, but with no multipliers in the game, all these little things add up, you know? Kind of adds flavor. Like instead of getting 1000% multiplier on a weapon, you're getting like 1 to 10% on your talents, 10% on your gear, you know, 1% on your charms, like things like that. 1% on your buffs if you have like a daily buff from the priest we were talking about. It's like it all adds up to not be the same thing, but it has more flavor than just 1000, you know? This is way more interesting. From your rune words and all that. Yeah, little percentages, exactly. It's the same concept, it's just way more fun and more customizable to your playstyle. This playlist is my Diablo 2, Diablo 3, and World of Warcraft playlist. Exclamation mark music. And then even your mounts get buffs. They're more mount oriented though, they said. Like what if you're running around, like they said the open world is gonna have crafting materials, so one of the priest blessings could be like mount speed or something. Might be broken for PvP though. Or like if you have to loot it, then maybe like cast speed when you're looting. Mount speed? Yeah, I don't know. Like the mounts are gonna have like trophies, and the trophies are gonna give us buffs. Boop. What's over here? Check my shields, man. I was taking some damage. Items for your mounts to wear? Like a horse transmog? Look at my horse. Infernal armor. I want to dress my horse like Princess Lillian. Would you guys be upset? Nope. I keep texting my wife ideas. Pet buffs. What could they add? Like what kind of pet? I don't know. Is there a cast time for the mount? I don't know if I remember the trailer having one. Like reduce cast time when you're mounting. Could be broken for PvP. Reduced damage to be dismounted. Yeah, dismount attack damage. Mount speed. Maybe carry capacity if your mounts can carry stuff. I don't remember much about mounts for some reason from BlizzCon. I don't think there was much. Insta-mount? Yeah, I still got time tonight. You think mercs should come back? I don't think they mentioned mercenaries. I'm not sure they're coming back. Like the whole game is like an open world where you hang out with other players. Wow, scare me, man. Uh-oh. Don't scare me like that. But maybe when you go into dungeons, you can hire them. Like they're waiting for you at the dungeon as soon as you port in. Like they're not in the open world, but as soon as you jump into the single player instance. Kind of thing. More rings and no unity. Cold snap just got cold snapped. You tell him, bro. That jerk. So this would be BIS chess piece, but it's not ancient because it has the attack speed on it. You like mercs because you play alone? I stand alone. Meanwhile, I stand alone. I think you should be able to offer currency to other players to help you do quests. Well, you can trade, so I would imagine you could be like, I'll drop this for you if you help me. It's kind of the same thing. Damn, so close. It's our second Leoric. %, too. Looks like I already had one, so we don't need two. What if you could raid other players in PvP zones and steal a portion of their gold or resources? Like free-for-all PvP or kind of limited loot? You already have permadeath in PvP, that's pretty savage already. So maybe on softcore you get... I think it would scare people away from PvP and if you were that punishing. Unless you make a game from the ground up that's all PvP and then people know what they're getting into. Bunch of pirates, yeah. Yeah, scallywag. I don't think that would be a good idea in general, but... Unless you're committed to making like the best PvP experience. Like, it's almost like, it's a different play style, like free-for-all loot. I like the idea. I used to play Darkfall. It was a free-for-all PvP loot game. I just don't think it'll be good for like the most people. It might just make it dead. Like too punishing, you know? I prefer just currency, like WoW, and then there's vendors with the currency for like rare transmogs. Every season, like Overwatch has sprays, we'd have like a seasonal transmogs, like a few things. You guys think it would work? I don't know, man. I don't think people would do it. I think there'd be like only like a small community that was around it. Imagine you get like the perfect weapon, you die in PvP, drop it, and then you're like, okay, well, I can't PvP until I get another weapon. Like, it took me 20 hours to get it. It took me 20 hours, you know? New Year's, I'm probably gonna be out drinking and partying, honestly. I don't know if I'll be streaming. I might be in Vegas, dude. Can I please get an Aether Walker? Jeez, it's been like so many hours now. My damage is 2.4 at 1280 Paragon. You should be capable. The way that it makes you capable is by really utilizing the seasonal theme. If you guys are pushing, it's by looking for forest maps. Basically is what people do, right? Every season anyway. And you gather up all the mobs and you use your seasonal theme to kill everything, like a conduit almost. So it's mostly like, as long as you can survive, like maybe you don't use mantle and channeling, like you just, as long as you can survive and pop some density, the seasonal theme will kill the elites. And that's essentially, like we always did that anyway. The seasonal theme just makes it stupid. I don't mind it being stupid one season, but it's basically stupid. Like you just literally gather up mobs and then use your seasonal theme to kill the elites, and then yeah, you're just flipping for forest maps. That's why I haven't really pushed. It's kind of I'm gonna wait till I get 3K Paragon and push, but yeah, it kind of just extrapolates the problem in a way of looking for forest, getting density. You know, looking for a conduit pylon, but now we don't need conduit pylons because we have them built into the game. You know what I mean? But I like it because I want them to take risks. It's worth. I want them to have interesting. I like not knowing what kind of seasonal theme we're getting. You know? People are like, what do you think we're gonna get? A COE season, an Endless Walk season? And I truly have no idea what they're gonna come up with. You're too hard to please, Blood. You're so hard to please. What the heck, man? I'm just saying. I like the theme, I'm just saying. It took away my favorite part, but everyone really loves the theme, so I'm on board with it. Does that make sense? Like if the whole room wanted vanilla ice cream, but I wanted chocolate, I'd be like, okay with it, because the masses are happy, it's not a big deal. How do you activate the seasonal theme? You get to certain kill streaks. You guys want your cookie dough? I will sacrifice. Cookie dough. You don't like the way they implemented the Lod Gem? It made the ring set unusable. Yeah. Kind of. I thought there would be instances where we would use the rings. They probably would have to increase the power of the rings to make it balanced again. Like the rings might have to do like 2,000 more damage or something, and then we can make a trade-off. I like the change, but if you're upset about the rings, then yeah, you would have to buff the rings to make it more valuable. It's Diablo 3, baby. You just adjust the slider, you know? Originally, I thought there might be an instance where the rings were too important, you know? And you would never sacrifice the rings, or like the gems were too important. You wouldn't sacrifice the gems, but it didn't turn out to be the case. The ring, you have a, yeah, I think I have a litany or a undaunted ring. I think so. it's weird for them to say we have this game already, but now we're just gonna give it to you in a better version and forget about the older version. Wait, what? Oh, the Legacy of Dream. I thought you were talking about D4. Oh, you mean the? Oh, okay, okay. do 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 do. I feel you, man. It's like there's like 2 developers, and like they probably just like, you know, we could implement this, and then people that like the old system still have it. So there's no reason for anyone to be upset in their mind, because, you know, like that, if you liked using the rings, the fantasy, and you had a build for that, like you don't have to worry about it. It's still there. But if you want this new play style, here's a new way to play. Like they just added, they didn't take anything away. I think they're erring on the side of caution. You know, I'm pretty sure that's why it happened that way. A lot of times they say things like they don't want to ruin someone's way to play. They just want to keep adding. But from logical standpoint, you already have something in the game that does the fantasy, just fix it. Yeah, it makes sense. Also, what you're saying. Yeah, it makes sense. Whenever your tires, you have to replace your tires, and if you have to replace like your water pump in your car, you just feel like buying a new car. I always just feel like getting a new car. I don't feel like even dealing with replacing the brakes or the tires. Is it just me? I'm like, eh. It's done, man. You're done. You're dead to me. Forget about it. Everything's dark and needs some light. It's too intense. But Diablo is intense. Diablo 1, 2, and 3 had moments of, wow, this is like crazy. Not scary, but like almost scary. And then it had moments of, this is super cringe and not scary. You know? So I don't know. I think it needs to be a little bit of a balance. This is super not scary whatsoever. I'm not saying I do it, but I think it. You don't think it? I'm not saying I replace my car every time. D2 was scary? Farming the cow level was scary to you over and over? We farmed the cow level a lot in D2. We farmed the cow level endgame more than we farmed the rainbow level in D3. Are you checking? You might have a, what's it, is there a phobia of cows? Alexa, what's a phobia of cows called?
Cows fear bovinophobia.
Bovinophobia? Really? Nice, it's an actual thing, dude. Oh shit. If you have bovinophobia, then yeah, true. Then maybe it is the most terrifying game. It is a thing, dude. There we go. My mom believes you should replace your car every 75k miles. We farmed up to 88. 88 is, most people don't even pass 88 in Diablo 2, I'd say. There's a phobia for literally anything, everything? Okay. I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying. I think having something like a meme is a big part of Diablo culture also. not just being so edgelord. We spend a lot of time in cow level in Diablo 2, like too much time. And that's not really cool, in my opinion. And then in D1, there was some really cringe conversations with NPCs, like talking cows also. So why would we remove cows in D4? And then D3 had the cow level. Like, so why would we remove the memes? They released the statistics, or they mentioned it, that most players didn't get past 85 in D2. Just like most players don't pass GR 800, or yeah, Paragon 800 in D3. It's just, we're just hardcore players or whatever, so it's just different. The D3 cow level's meaningless. We're not talking about what's meaningful, we're talking about the game being dark and decrepit all the time versus having some lighthearted humor or some, yeah, so we gotta stay on topic. I got a druid and Sork over 90. Well, you're the top 1%. Yeah, obviously anybody watching Twitch is a hardcore player, right? Like casuals don't watch Twitch or YouTube videos, or typically. You're like an enthusiast if you're watching someone play Diablo. You had a 96? Dude, you guys are awesome, dude. That's why you're in my community, because we're all hardcore Diablo players, right? I mean like the masses, you know what I mean? You never played D2? Even if you don't play a lot, you have to be considered a gaming enthusiast to even watch Twitch or watch YouTube, because most people don't. Like, read the forums, like nobody reads the forums. In comparison, I had a 97 bone necro. Dude, nice, dude. My sword got all her levels from Magic Find runs. Dude. What? Sorry to take it off point, but I do see your point. I think D4 should contain the cow level. We should play it more than D3, but less than D2. I agree. Oh, yeah. I was like, did you mean Mephisto runs? Yeah. I agree. I think they shouldn't take away like the funness, but it should be a small part. Yeah, Mephisto runs. Do 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 do. Gotta watch out for freaking Rhyme, dude. He's scary. More balance is all D2 really needed. I love a lot about D2. I do. I always said if they can't mess up D4 because they'll just take D2's itemization and customization and then add D3's gameplay, and how could you mess it up? And then they released all this other wacky stuff on D4, and I'm like, damn, they could mess this up. I was like, there's no way they're gonna mess up D4, bro. Oh, we got an Aether Walker, woohoo! I was like, there's no way they'll mess it up. You got D2 plus D3, please be ancient. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. I might re-roll it. St. Archie's is kind of nice. And then they're like, hold my beer, blood. Hold my beer. I got a 1.3 second freeze deflector. Did Trump get impeached for real? I agreed D2 was my game, but then again, I was young. I might re-roll this, dude. I don't really know what else. It's weapons and jewelry. This is my best in slot weapon, technically. But I have Echoing Fury. It's not gonna increase my speeds by that much. The god. I'm so happy, bro. We did it. RN Jesus, thank you. Praise be to Lilith, her highest. Her highest of high. Thank you. Okay, cool. Oh, man. Do. I wonder what we would like to play D2. I played D2 like a year ago. It's still really good, man. It's just a nice character building. Like obviously the gameplay is dated and all that stuff, but it's pretty nice, man. Not gonna lie, this is actually better than this too. Like a year ago or so, I think I played it. Like I re-downloaded it. You missed the rune words. Like the RPG aspect holds up. Just like the Final Fantasy VII RPG holds up. Just the graphics don't really hold up for me, but like the game itself is amazing. Impeachment doesn't mean he'll be removed from power. We don't normally talk politics, but this is a pretty big deal. Oh, I didn't know that at all. I thought that means he'll be... I thought when they impeached Trump, they would do some kind of skin colorization to him and remove the orangeness. Maybe I don't follow politics enough. What does that mean, actually? Sorry. Hey! Sorry. Make him peach colored? Yeah. Let's go to, we need to switch now to Calamity. It does damage and stuns, and then it procs our arcane power on crit, or APOC. Which makes me want to use APOC now, because I need it, the resource from here, probably. Ooh. Like a wizard hat, right? Arcane power on crit. We can't get all three, though. It would be hard to get all three. Did we drop Frozen Orb damage for APOC? Maybe. He will get impeached in the House, acquitted in the Senate, and run again. Cancel the peaches. They have to have a Senate trial on removal. Okay. I actually don't remember how it works. Rockstar, thank you for the 3 months. Appreciate it. I can still get an Ancient Dawn. I rolled 30 times. Stay peachy, boys. We're looking for arcane power on crit. I think I'm gonna do this. Yeah, maybe. I gotta change this transmog, that's one thing. Oh, these gloves gotta go. Do. I'm gonna miss my wizard in D4. That's one thing I'll be sad about. That's one thing I'll be pretty sad about. Nixon resigned. I guess it's like an unofficial removal. We should roll the weapon too. I'm so happy I got this, chat. I love getting progress on my builds. So I don't need cooldown, I need damage percent or attack speed. Okay. Oh, St. Archie's we should reroll. I don't have double unity, but I don't have the double unity. But the St. Archie's does add survivability, and I have survivability with teleport and calamity. Kind of. When he crit. American politics is more fascinating than yours. Yeah. Been pretty volatile couple years. Been pretty volatile. To be honest. America? I got that 62 inch, I got that 62 Corinne. You can't wait to play the Druid? Okay. I think we should farm a little bit of keys and do a little ghetto push. We have 5 keys. Let's just do the ghetto push now, dude. What's the highest I did? If that's Challenge Rift. 81. You guys ready to die? Are you ready? My druid time in D2 was not, I didn't play that much. I remember doing some hurricane build. And werewolf. Dude, that was like, I mean, that was like 20 years ago, bro. This is 2000-ish, and it's 2019. I played more Sork, Assassin, Barbarian, a little bit of Paladin. It might be fun to revisit. I always said if they remastered it, I'd be down to play. We're not doing that much damage, boys. Did I break something? No, there we go. Best class for hardcore? Satyr's pretty solid. Whirlwind Barb's pretty solid. That's like the answer for everything this season, huh? If you type ! tier, you can see my tier list where... Did I take something off? You can see my tier list where I put a little asterisk by the hardcore friendly builds, so that they're extra friendly. You can hardcore just about any build. Hardcoreify. You know? I would almost be more excited for the Assassin than the Sork. Almost. But I also haven't played the Assassin in many, many years. And I played Wizard, you know, in D3 so much. Like, I might start Assassin if it was to launch with it randomly. I did the Trapsin, I did the different martial art tree stuff. They kind of gave Monk some of this stuff from the martial arts tree. And, yeah, I had fun, dude. Yeah, the Demon Hunter had the sentries and the Monk had some of the martial art abilities. I think so. There was like some palm and kicks and things like that. Like, it was kind of similar. Yo, why are we struggling so bad? I feel like, did I break something? What if I added a set bonus? No? It took off the Echoing Fury, but that's not gonna make my hits that much harder. We're just scaling now. We gotta keep up on our gems and... Am I not proccing my trapped? Was a Blind Faith proccing my trapped or something like that? Am I proccing my Bane of the Trapped? I feel, oh no, I'm not using trapped, I'm using Zay's, lol. Okay. I'm just trying to think of this. It feels like something major is dead. Alright. Is it 3 stacks? Okay, I'll pay attention more to the 3 stack. Forehead. Yo, leave it to blood, man. I got shield now, I can go crazy. It's nice to be able to teleport at will to get to max distance. Descend, thank you for the tier 1, appreciate that. Alright. I still got shield, I'm okay. Yeah, there was some, what was the most expensive item that sold in D3? Like, it was like 20,000 or 40,000 for Echoing Fury? Wasn't like a stupid item that sold in our history? Had to enjoy your YouTube and now your Twitch. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I stream Diablo 6 days a week, and I do the, you know, I do the YouTube content. It was something stupid in vanilla. It was like the most rare Echoing Fury, sold for like thousands. I'm a little scared of it. I'm a little scared. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little terrified. Okay. Any taxes on that? Yeah, man. I think you had to fill out a W-2 or something when you did it. You had to link your PayPal. Maybe that's what it was. You had to link your PayPal. Do you remember on the Real Money Auction House? Blizzard took a large cut. 1%, I think only. It was not that bad, right? It was like 1% of the profit, or 0.5%. Pickle Power says the Echoing Fury was $16,000. I remember it being a lot. Like a stupid amount. I do. 10%? No way. Did they? No way. Was it 10%? Imagine all the foreheads that had $20,000 items that just salvaged it or whatever because they didn't know what it did. Or it's just in their bank and they didn't know and then they just stopped playing the game, or they never picked it up for whatever reason. They disconnected. Oof. I thought we were gonna crush it, honestly, but we're not full ancient. And my gems aren't like so super high. How do you get the wings? You have to do goblin runs, and there's a rare goblin called a rainbow goblin. And the rainbow goblin opens up a portal, and there's a rare mob in the rare goblin portal called Princess Lillian. If I streamed during vanilla, dude, I'd probably make so much money. Just selling items from playing the game. That's all I'd be doing is grinding. I would give you guys my second best items though, I promise. Was I procced? Oh, what percent is overwhelming desire proc? I have no idea. I'd Google it and see. What is overwhelming desire again? I totally forgot. Do. I think all my brain power is allocated to not dying here. Uh-oh. Getting jumped on. It's 15%. I don't have stricken. But we have powerful. This was powerful too. Easy clap? Yeah, easy clapped it. Alright. Alrighty then. %, 100% for the Zays. One thing I wish Pee-wee had was auto mat pickup that we have in D3. What? We don't have auto mat pickup. And when you pick up one, you get all of them, yeah. I'm probably gonna keep pushing, but that wasn't so smooth. I might look at the build or something. When you, it's like, I think it's called, what is it called? It's not called auto pickup, it's called like chain pickup or something like that, where you pick one up and you pick up all the other ones in similar type. There's a term for it. Chat knows. Vacuum pickup, that's what it's called. Yeah, we have vacuum pickup. Good job, chat. Mm-hmm. Ring. I guess I'm rolling for helms. I already have a new helm that I'm using, so. I guess we're going for offhands. There's not really much besides jewelry. I'm not gonna roll jewelry, I don't think. Did I roll jewelry, chat? That's so dumb. Yeah, that was a waste. I mean, vacuum pickup is better than nothing, so I'm not complaining, all right? But it's not the best. I'd rather have it than nothing, especially with keystones, like Greater Rift keystones. Yeah, I'll probably start using my DBs on all jewelry like I was earlier in the playthrough, just to try to get an ancient COE, ancient Corinne, or an ancient Unity. Something like that. 85. Oh, this is a real winner. I was supposed to look at the build too and switch to... Yeah, I'm at blood. So I'll just switch to stricken and look at the build. And this is one of the worst mob types. Should I flip it? Yeah, this is not really advisable. Especially when you're playing solo, you don't have that much resources. But man, that was a tough map and one of the worst mob types. Probably the worst mob type you can get. Legionnaires and Hell Witches. Probably. I don't need evocation anymore because, I mean, it does help with black hole. Yeah, we can go to power hungry. I might be able to drop astral presence also. For illusionist for that movement speed. I might leave it for now. This is good. Deflection's great. Scramble is fine. Movement speed. Power of the Storm might be better. For pushing. Calamity, Piercing Orb. Your RNG sucks. Oh, someone's struggling. Don't have frozen orb damage on 2 places also. Arcane orb there. Do I go back to the death watch mantle for my... Do I just go for... Yeah, I mean... I have APOC on my offhand, so I think I'm gonna go Arcane Orb here. If I get lucky and get it. I can go to max level gems possibly. Are we gonna get this though? Those resources. The good thing about this is it has max arcane power on it, but I don't really need that. Yeah, this has crit and arcane orb. Why not use sigil? This is a frozen orb playthrough. I don't want to just do a channeling spell to cast him. I want to manually cast it, like get the real thematic going. First time you're watching it live? Yeah, we're doing some pushing too, so it's a little spooky. A little spooky right now. Let's go. 85. Another winning map. Stricken, I forgot Stricken again. Nice, dude. Well, we'll save a pylon. We'll try to remember. No rips. We added power hungry. We added more arcane damage. It seems like we're hitting harder than we were last time, so that's good. I might be able to drop Astral Presence also. Can we get this guy out of here? Greater Rifts have the most loot per hour. Regular Rifts give you keys and the ability to use upgrades and stuff and get lucky. But you're gonna get more legendaries per hour running speed farming Greater Rifts. They even have better layouts. They're more consistent. You get more XP, everything. Yeah, it's kind of a scary layout too. You've got the D2 soundtrack playing right now. That's D3. StarCraft? The deal? StarCraft? Oh my god. Damn StarCraft, dude. Strike 1, strike 2. I'm scared, dude. Bring back Matt Uelman? Yeah, he's really good, dude. He's really good. I think they said they are, aren't they? I think it got confirmed. Viewer runs today? No, I'm playing hardcore the rest of the evening. It's already 6 o'clock, jeez. Yeah, we're playing hardcore today. I let my buffs drop, but I was dodging. Uh-oh. Nice proc. I deserve it. I got caught in the frozen. I'm not leaving, boys. I deserve that. Just want to put this on real quick. You ready? I just wanted to put that on real quick. I'm so quiet because I'm focused. I'm not dying. How do you know how far 30 meters is? Because I watch all Bloodshed's videos and he has a video that says how far is a yard in Diablo? Exclamation mark new player. Oh, we have a hotkey for it too? Yeah, he let me stream on his account today. He's a nice guy, dude. He's kind of a jerk sometimes, but he means well. He's kind of a jerk sometimes. He's a troll, dude. A troll's a better word for it. Even Rekka has her own hotkey. I wonder, I bet you I could do a 90 on a forest map. This is a little spooky. Okay. Too much brain power. We're really gonna need to save a pylon or the seasonal theme for the RG. That's pretty good, DPS. You know, it's funny, Trump and 6ix9ine got sentenced today. Omega roll, dude. I just thought about that. What is it with today, man? Is this the justice or some kind of weird... Yeah, what's happening, dude? It's wild. Hump day is no joke. Let it fall off, blood. Uh-oh, it took a lot of damage. I think my shield's almost gone. We just back up for a second. Seasonal theme, protect me. Oh my god. They must be connected somehow. There's really no other way. There has to be some kind of connection. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Watson? Get my coat. Six 9 ratted on Trump. That's pretty funny, dude. Wouldn't surprise me, dude. Yeah. True. Hmm. They made zero facts. Yeah, I'm definitely not like a political stream, but if it's that big a news where it's like, you know, potentially it's like different. Damn it, I gotta get my buff up, dude. It feels so slow, like without Echoing Fury, it feels like I'm stuck to the ground actually. Like when I'm attacking. Like I have to get, it's almost like feels so cringe to play in terms about how fast I'm throwing out frozen orbs. I wonder if I would use Echoing Fury for pushing over Aetherwalker. Honestly. But you're not gonna kill that much at a higher level. The S3X tape? Yeah. The S3X files, man. We did pretty good. I mean, this... Should I fish for a pylon? It's kind of risky to fish, but... 99% pylon? Well, there goes the seasonal theme I could have saved. Orlash? Oh, man. Oh, man. We have power. We have power for like 15 seconds. Shit! Which one's the real one, dude? That was scary, huh? Catch it. Eee! Yo, why is Orlash so terrifying, bro? Peace. Yo, you got such a beam, man. You got an ultralight beam over there. Get that 80. Let's get that 80, I said. Okay. I won't make any more demands. Bud hugging since 2001. How you doing, man? Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Much love. Some pro gamer reflexes, yeah. Urshi today? Yeah, Urshi's been kind of a B today. Shrouded Mask. He's been kind of frustrating. We did a lot of 120s on softcore and we got a lot of failed upgrades. Let's just say. She likes it when I call her Ursula. What? Let's go shock the world. No, we didn't shock anybody. Hope of Cain. Oh my god, 23 DBs? Really? 23 out of 25. I'm shocked you thought it would work. So mission accomplished is what you're saying? Let's do another one, dude. Oh, stricken. I mean, we do pretty good damage. Maybe I don't need stricken yet. That wasn't so bad. You know? Alright. Alright. There we go. I have one more key. 2 more keys. We still haven't got an open map either. This looks like something I want to flip. This looks like something I don't want to be a part of. I'm gonna be honest. We're working them. Impeach these ghosts from my game, honestly. As soon as this shield goes down, I'm in trouble. Bad neighborhood. That was rough. That was rough, dude. I jumped right on top of them to try to get the French fries to go over there. Man. I can see myself going, he's coming. Boop. I can see myself going slow time late game just to get control of the battlefield. Right now it's kind of chaos. It's kind of straight chaos right now. I'm surprised I haven't lost my shield, honestly. I've been hit so many times. Trying to throw it against the wall so it gets the double pop, like against the pillar. Because I'm not 40 yards away all the time. Do I smell DMO in the making? Or something to like control the crazies. There we go. Very nice. Oh, teleporter. Yeah, these guys are a skip. They're all over the place. What do you think about Grim Dawn's factions? I played like 40, 50 hours of Grim Dawn. I don't remember a faction. Is that bad? Is it like a new thing? It was a part of an expansion? What is Muck backwards? Was there factions in Grim Dawn? I'm so great. Maybe I don't remember. You think I'm gonna clear this, chat? The frozen orb. Definitely. You got this? Okay. Definitely blood. Keep at it. You think I'm gonna rip on this? That'd be a bold prediction. It's kind of painful, like, even though I have the belt for the attack speed, it is kind of painful. Or maybe I just got spoiled using Echoing Fury. Yeah, this is hardcore. Mm-hmm. I could probably use barrier blades, honestly. I don't think I need astral presence either. Possibly, I could probably get something else. What are we at? 348? $348. What's your favorite hardcore character so far? Ooh, LTK, probably the first one. Even though I love me some Frozen Orb, this is up there. Something about LTK, man. I did Juliana last season, but I didn't do a YouTube series on it. That would have been maybe my favorite. I had a lot of fun. I was trying to stay close to get this meteor. 419. I was gonna go super sweaty and try to group up everything. We can group them up for this. Yeah, this is close. This is close to my favorite. There was some good moments though over the seasons. I think just something about the first one in the modern era of my stream, I guess. I say modern era because I did a Let's Play in season 3. And I was a new YouTuber. That was like the first season I was making content. And like, you know, nobody watched. It was just... all the videos are on private right now. It feels bad. It was kind of cringe, you know, I was like new YouTuber and stuff. So, and then I rekindled my series back in season 12, I think, with LTK. And so that was like a special, I guess. Wow! Yeah. Angels, do your thing. Yeah, I have to reset my streak, but the angels are alive and the... Wow, this is a big chamber. It would be. It would be a big chamber. Oh my god. It would be a big chamber, dude. I just gotta reset my kill streak. I'm not running away or anything. Okay. Did it reset? Yeah, I think it did, right? Right? Bite snails. Whoa! 642. I do miss the 20%. Maybe I do 20% cooldown for Black Hole. Maybe. Uh-oh. Wow, that lag, dude. This is kind of dangerous. Wow. I should be jumping in these Oculus rings more too. Getting my muscle memory for the build is nice the more we play. I thought he was gonna kill me right there. I kind of want to stay on this floor, but that's not a good idea. Did I really lose the buff right there? Owen Wilson emote? Maybe. There's a shield pylon. Maybe we grab it after we get procced. $150. What are the geysers? 150 or so? Grab it now. He's gonna get bodied with the stricken, I think. Yeah. His wow reminds me more of the dude from Blossom. His wow, what's a his wow? What's a his wow? Is like a sham wow? $259, I'll take it. Well, that's fun. That was a little stressful, dude. Maybe I'll get my, yeah. 81, 82, let's go all the way, man. 83, no, failed. Any scary moments today? Nah, I never been procced in my life, honestly. It's all calculated. It's all calculated entertainment. Easy clap. I got a Messerschmitt, really? What am I gonna do with this? Put in the cube or something? What am I gonna do with this, chat? Blackthorn pants? Come on. I'm better than that. Do a D4 discussion stream after this? Pretty much my whole day is like on and off D4 discussion streams. What did you have in mind? Crash loot, yeah. Let's see. I guess we're yellowing offhands. I went back to that. Do a D12 discussion? Purple pills? Yeah. I think I'm good, man. I think I'm good, honestly. And that was kind of crazy. We pushed new personal bests today. We need a double unity, then I'll go for the 90s. I'll break into the 90s. What do you think about angelic, demonic, and ancients affixes they announced? I think the ancient and demonic power is cool. What is it? The Nephilim power? What's the other one? I think they're cool, man. They just needs to be balanced, you know? Everything needs to be like, it makes sense. I think the names are pretty dumb. I think the powers itself are, I always want more affixes, more things. I think the threshold mechanic is pretty dumb. But what the powers do is really interesting. Oh man, that Aether Walker. Aether Walker, baby, speak to me. Yeah, I don't like the threshold mechanic, but Noxious, he offered a different version of it, which I would be on board with. I like D2 itemization, so I know it's like we want new stuff, but I'd be on board with just a Diablo 2. I don't want the sake of a new system just for the sake of a new system, like, you know? Like, I know like it has to have its own identity and all that stuff, but I don't want a new game and a new system just for the sake of a new system, like. That's like saying, you know, to me, like, we should not have click to move because we need to make it have its own identity and be different. It should be WASD for D4. Like, you wouldn't just change something that was already perfect. Like, you wouldn't just change it just to change it. That just makes sense. Do not speak WASD, that's blasphemy. That's an extreme example, I agree, but wow, that guy almost killed me. I just mean, like, you know, like, come on. Like, D2's known as one of the greatest games that's ever made. In my opinion, it's not because of the gameplay. It's because of the character building. It's like one of the best RPGs. So why would you not want to make it like one of the most popular RPGs of all time? Don't go full pagan. Pagan changed. I think we can do click to move now. I mean, at the time, the gameplay was good, I guess. But it came out in the same era of GoldenEye Perfect Dark, so... Was it? Don't touch me. Don't touch me. What's up, Zach? Hello, chat. Overall, the fact that they're reaching out to us is a good sign. You know, the fact that they're like reaching out and they want feedback and they're letting us in the boardroom, so to speak. It's all good things, you know? This is all stuff I would imagine they say together. Like, you know, they're sitting around a Blizzard bonfire and they're like, what do you guys think about this? And then I'm assuming they're having open discussions about it. And some people are saying, I don't like that, or I like this. And it's just kind of like what we do on stream. So, it's kind of cool. I like to be part of the design process, you know? It feels like we are, anyway. Like we're helping shape the game that we've been begging for years. I don't really want to get my way either. I don't care if I don't get my way. Like, it's just nice to be heard and, you know? I kind of want to get my way on the leaderboards, or I kind of want to get my way on endgame activities and certain things like that, but like almost nothing would make or break me. If the game's good, the game's good. We tried at the end of the day, we tried, you know? I'm gonna do a weekly feedback video and a recap on my podcast, and then the recap and the video is gonna have feedback. So they'll have like a infinite information on every subject until release from me and my community, at least. At least I'll know I did the most I could do. You know? There was some good feedback on that world boss. There was some pretty good feedback on the world boss video. Some stuff I didn't even think about. Or we didn't think about on Twitch, like brainstorming. I kind of want to talk about potions in the next video. Or the world buff thing, or like the blessings that, but that's not really part of the game. That's like us making up our own thing. Like the potion system, or that was kind of a fun talk earlier. Or do like a Sork deep dive. Dun, dun. What would be good for the next subject? The frozen orb's kind of coming together a little bit more. It's starting to look better. I think D4 will be out before 21, so you mean next year? No, I don't think D4 will be out next year. I think there's a slight possibility we get alpha after BlizzCon. So like in December or late November, like like a friends and family alpha where maybe Blood gets invited. Maybe a selective, I don't know. I don't know if I'm friends and family, but maybe I'll marry somebody at Blizzard. Maybe I'll marry someone at Blizzard to get in. Think that's a good idea? I think it's worth, man, a worthy sacrifice. True. As long as you can stream it. Yeah. You're getting a job at Blizzard? That'd be easy. We just play games all day. It'd be great. Good luck. I think there's a small chance. I'm not calling you Chloe, by the way, okay? Just so we're clear. I think there's a small chance we get alpha, friends and family, like the early alpha or like a closed beta at the end of next year. That's like pushing it too. Why are you calling me Chloe? I just did a meme from earlier. What do you mean? Because you like her so much, I thought maybe you wanted me to call you her. I wasn't sure. Beta release, BlizzCon. I think they're gonna be like, we're starting alpha, closed beta, whatever you want to call it. Friends and family. After BlizzCon, they'll announce it. And then I think we'll have a playable assassin or a playable, what's it called? A playable Amazon and a paladin next year at BlizzCon. I would play it if I wasn't allowed to stream it. Yeah, of course, to make the game better. Yeah, of course I would. Are we not friends and family? Like the people that got into WoW Classic early were able to stream it. So I would imagine I'd be able to stream it also. We'll see. We will see, boys. Your friend started as a GM? That could have been my life, man. I turned down a job offer to be a GM and for World of Warcraft because I live in... At the time, I was living like in northern San Diego, like Oceanside. and to drive to Irvine was like an hour and a half a day. And I was like, that's too far. Yeah, I actually got a job offer to be a GM of World of Warcraft back in the day. It was like an hour and a half from where I lived. And I was like, dang, probably not. And I didn't realize you can move up like that in a game company. That might have been interesting to see how it all turned out. You probably just triggered half a chat because I didn't want to be a GM. It's not like I got offered like a creative or anything interesting. Even now, I'm like, it's not even interesting. Take the coaster. What coaster? Was there a sprinter back then? I don't think so. That was before the sprinter even. This was like later, man. That was no, this was like when WoW first released. Like I was in college. Like this was like, or like even before that, before college. This was like 2005 after the game released. Yeah, 14 years ago. I'm like 35. So like, yeah, I was just starting college and I'm like, I don't even think the sprinter was built for me to even take the train to work. Yeah, man. And it was like $10 an hour or something crazy. Well, back then, I guess it was like fine. It was like $10 an hour or something like that. But a lot of people have told me they moved up through the company by being a GM or, you know, just getting your foot in the door. And sometimes I think, what if I took it? You know, like you're like, what if? I would have never been a streamer, man. I mean, I don't know if I would have actually. Yeah, family in Coronado. My main game was World of Warcraft until Diablo 3. Like I love Diablo 2, but I also loved Warcraft 3. They were like equal. And then when World of Warcraft came out, I was like in love, dude, with everything about it. The classic was amazing. Like I love D2, right? But if you count Warcraft 3 and Classic, I started to love Warcraft more a little bit. And then D3 came along and I still didn't love it. It was like whatever. And then ROS, I guess ROS is when I really couldn't stop playing, like cracked out. Wow, it's too nerdy for you? Yeah. Yeah, Warcraft 3 was awesome, dude. Boom, doo 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 doo. So those are my two most streamed games, is WoW and Diablo, but what Diablo's like, you know, thousands of hours more. Warcraft Reforged. I think I got an email from that. You already talked about what set you would buff if you could. I would make a Hydra set for Wizard. I feel like that is instant. One of the coolest things you could do. That's like one of the coolest things you could do right now is make a dope Hydra build for Wizard. Or a Frenzy Barb build. A Frenzy Barb, and I would make it a weapon throw and a generator. It would just be a generator set for Barb.
Ever thought about changing camera angle?
I've changed the camera angle many, many times. I even use a no green screen, a green screen. Yeah, some of my early highlights, I used a straight on camera angle. Ancient Furnace, huh? Knee.